So it's Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined in person for the first time by the world featherweight champion, Ray Ford, the Savage, of course. Ray, how you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm really good. Before we talk about a big 5 versus 5 fight, I want to ask you about your last contest, which captured not just the nation, but the world, I think, with the dramatic ending against Kholmatov. Incredible win. What did it feel like to actually be in there and go through that in the final round?
It was an amazing experience, from round one to the final, to the final punch. It was a great experience. I had fun in there, and I lived out my dream.
As the rounds tick away and you know you're in that situation, was there ever a point where you're thinking, God, this is getting urgent now, this is a problem, like I could lose this?
Nah, I never was thinking about the outcome of the fight. I was just, in the moment and, just staying focused on the fight. I had somebody throwing punches at me every second of the fight, so, I had to, stay tuned in and figure out a way to, come out with the victory.
In a way, that's good preparation for Nick Ball's style. He is very much in your face. Work rate is his main kind of attribute. How do you cope with that style? Is that a favoured style?
I mean, well, they're two different fighters. Nick Ball is just going to constantly pressure me, and because he has no other choice. He's only 5'2". He's got shorter arms. Otebek, it was a little more difficult because of his height. He had good feet work, good distance. So it's a little different.
Could it be a challenge to find sparring for Nick Ball? Because obviously, as you said, he is only 5'2". There can't be many featherweights, certainly, at that height.
I don't know. We'll just have to see once I go away to Houston, figure out things out there. I got a great team. They'll find me the proper sparring.
And tell us about that team and why it works so well, the relationships.
My team is, it's a great team because they all know their position. They all play their role very well. It's down to my management team, to my coaching staff. Everybody knows their position, and we all work as a unit. So yeah, that's all I can say about that.
And you've clearly just come off a tough fight, albeit you got the victory. What attracted you to the 5 versus 5 concept in this event?
Well, it was something that, me and Eddie talked about. So, we sat down with my team, and it made the most sense for me.
And we saw you on social media say, I don't know what all this 5 versus 5 thing's about. I'm not fighting till, I think it was July, you said. And then Eddie said similar a couple of weeks later. Was that all part of the plan? Did you know at that point you were coming into this?
Yeah, that was a part of the plan. And, Eddie just went along with it. But, yeah, like I said, me and Eddie, we talked about the fight, me fighting on the 5v5. So it made the most sense for me.
And did you happen to watch Nick Ball's last fight, the draw with Ray Vargas?
Yeah, I did.
And what did you make of it?
I thought it was a good fight. I didn't judge it I didn't judge the fight, basically the score and things like that. I just, watched it, and yeah, it was a good fight.
Were you impressed with Nick Ball, and did you spot any weaknesses that you intend to exploit on June the 1st?
Of course, I definitely, spotted weaknesses, and I am impressed with, his mentality, how he's willing to dig down deep and, try to, get the victory. So it's going to make for a great fight.
How much do you feel like you're representing Matchroom in this? Because we know that Frank and Eddie really want to beat each other, but from the fighter's perspective, how much do you feel part of a team going into this?
I'm a major part of the team, being as though I'm the one with the only one on the card with, a world title. I just came off this amazing victory, representing Matchroom, going to, top rank. So, it feels the same, me having to, go up against, one of Eddie's opposition, and, I'm a win for them. So, yeah.
How much have you been educated about the rivalry between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn? How much has Eddie told you about, the history of antagonism?
He didn't tell me much about it. I just, seen things from social media. That's it.
I guess it's a bit like kind of Don King and Bob Arum, but in the UK.
Yeah. That's what it seemed like, yeah.
So there's as much pride in winning for Eddie and for Matchroom as there is for yourself?
Yeah, 100%. I always want to win. I just want to beat everybody that's in front of me because I'm just so, competitive. So anybody that they put in front of me, I'm going to want to beat. And that's just what it is.
Is there any disappointment on your side that because Nick Ball didn't get the decision against Ray Vargas, this won't be a unification fight?
Yeah, I definitely would have liked it for it to be a unification fight. It would have been best. It would have been, great for my career. Good on his career too. So yeah, it would have been better.
Is that still your aim to unify 126, or are you already thinking about moving up and fighting for world titles at other weights?
Nah, yeah. I'm trying to, move up after this fight. So it just made the most sense for me to, defend the belt for this fight against Nick Ball. And, yeah, we'll see what happens after this fight, though.
It must help kind of to make the weight, having a fight so soon after the last one, because you can't get out of camp.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I've been working, stayed in the gym. My weight is not too crazy high, so I think it'll be easier this time around making the weight.
And you talked about going up to 130. Who is it at that weight that attracts you? What do you think are kind of the marquee fights?
All the world champions. Ushaki Foster, Joe Cordina, whatever Navarrete decide to do, and then we got Lamont Roach with the WBA. So all the world champions.
What do you think Nick Ball does well? What would you say are his best qualities?
Be aggressive. Try to rough you up. Like I said, I like his mentality. I like how he's willing to go to the trenches. So we'll see how that goes.
You're going to hear a lot in the build-up from him and his team, I imagine, about meeting him in the centre of the ring, going to the trenches with him, even though that may not be the smartest way for you to win the fight. How will you respond to that?
His team is going to, try to get in my head to make me fight the fight that they want me to fight, so it can suit him. So, we'll just wait and see. I might go in there and box. I might go in there and bang with him. I might do both. We never know. It all depends on, how I'm feeling the night of the fight. I definitely can go get in that pocket with him, though. So if he think he's going to get in there and bully me like Ray Vargas, he got another thing coming.
And you said you want to win for Eddie. Tell us about the relationship between you and him and how that's grown over the past couple of years.
The relationship with Eddie, I think I said it before, is, it's like a regular promotion, a promoter and fighter relationship. I talk to him about business and about, future fights. I let my team talk to him about all that stuff. And I see him whenever, it's fights and things like that. So it's a regular, promoter-fighter relationship.
Tell us a little bit about your life outside the ring and outside the gym. Have you got a family of your own yet?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with my family. I got my daughter, and I like to spend time with my friends and everything like that. And, I've been traveling a lot lately, so it's been great.
How old is your daughter, and how aware is she of what you do for a job and that you're a world champion?
Yeah, my daughter is 3. She's very aware of, what I do. She, always want to go to the gym. She said, sometimes she asks me like, "Daddy, I want to go to the gym," and stuff like that. So, she like coming to my fights. I don't think she understands like the part of me being a world champion yet, but she definitely understands what I do.
I bet she likes the belt, though.
Yeah, she do like the belt, yeah.
How do you feel about female boxing generally? Because like you said, she likes to come to the gym with you. She's only 3, but maybe one day, who knows?
Nah, I don't want my daughter to be a boxer, but, I definitely support the female, fighters and things like that. I like a lot of the female fighters, and I'll be watching them. I'll be tuned in with them.
That's understandable. I don't think I'd want my son to be a boxer either. You always want your kids to have it a bit easier than you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that your primary motivation then, your family, when you do this, or is it more, a personal driven thing? You want to fulfill your potential?
It's both. I've always been driven since I was a kid. This is my dream, so it's definitely for me, and my family and my daughter is just additional motivation. So yeah.
And before I let you go, plenty of people watching this are going to want to get to know you a bit better in advance of June the 1st in Riyadh. So just tell them what your social media handles are and they can follow you.
You can follow me at Ray Savage 856 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and then you can follow my YouTube page, subscribe to it, Raymond Savage Ford.
Brilliant. Ray, really appreciate it.